Hey there, welcome to Mark in the Park, the podcast. I'm your host, Mark Milow, speaker, storyteller, and healthcare advocate. And this is the place for personal reflections, stories about mindset, hobbies, and purpose. And a reminder that life doesn't stop at a diagnosis. In fact, often the real journey begins after. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Mark in the Park podcast. And today, guys, I promised that we would have Ruby back for some WPC or World Parkinson's Congress updates. And today we have Ruby back to do just that. Ruby, welcome back to the show, and it's great to see you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for inviting me again. Yes, I have a lot of information for you guys, so I hope that you pay really good attention. Open your ears. Open your ears.
Good stuff. So how have you been since the last time we talked? What have you been up to?
Good. I'm trying to wrap up the year as far as programming here at work. We finished called like a self-care train workshop that we were doing, and then I booked a little vacation before all the madness of the holidays. I booked my birthday's coming up, so and my sister's too. So we're gonna do a sisters girls trip to the place that we like to go the most. We're gonna go to Disneyland. Yeah, so by the end of the month we're planning that. So yeah.
Awesome, good stuff. Well, Disneyland, I know that I happen to know that that's your favorite place, and that's the happiest place on earth. But that's great. I'm so glad you have a chance to do that. I had a chance to go to San Diego, my hometown, recently. Got a chance to visit there, and was kind of a mixed blessing. It was for a funeral, but while there, I also got to see some family and friends. I mean, weddings and funerals is where we see everybody nowadays. But good stuff. But then I came back and I was a bit sick, so good to be back, and it's good to be back in the hot plate now with the WPC. Now, Ruby, the only criticism that this podcast has ever received was that you and I talked about the WPC in the first episode without even defining what the WPC is. So I'm going to lead off with a little bit about that. So for those listening in, the WPC is the World Parkinson's Congress. Now, this is truly the world's largest effort to bring together in one place at one time researchers, doctors, experts in the field of Parkinson's, as well as patients with Parkinson's and caregivers, all into one focused time to really focus on Parkinson's. And it rotates like every 2 or 3 years, different cities around the globe. This is what, the seventh one? This one? Yeah,
Yes,
seventh.
it's
Yes.
the seventh one, and it hasn't been in the United States or like this side of the country like in 10 years. The last
Right.
one, it was in Portland in
Right.
2016.
And the last one was in 2023 in Barcelona, Spain. It was in Kyoto, Japan also. So the WPC, or the World Parkinson's Congress, is a big deal for those that have Parkinson's, and those that are interested in Parkinson's and Parkinson's research and things like that. And so Ruby, as we talked about in the first episode, has a connection to the WPC because she's a volunteer coordinator, or you may have some other title that you have now, I don't know. But so she's got the inside scoop on what's going on at the WPC. So that's why I'm having Ruby back. Plus, I mean, come on, Ruby's my buddy. So it's great to have Ruby back on just to talk to her, but also to give us updates on the WPC. So so excited because as this approaches, which is going to be, as you see there, May of 2026, coming up really fast. We're already in October.
Yes,
We're already
I
in
know.
October. I mean, oh my gosh. So that's coming up. So there's going to be more and more stuff to focus on as the dates get closer, and Ruby will be back on to give us updates. And so good stuff. So Ruby, with that, what you got? What do you got for us for the
Yeah.
updates on the WPC?
Well, I have a couple of things for you guys. Yes, I am one of the volunteers coordinators, but I'm also a part of the local organizing committee. So with other people here in the state or in Arizona, specifically like Phoenix and Tucson and things like that, we meet a couple every month or every 2 months to see where we at. You know what the WPC or the coalition needs from us as locals. How can we support them? And I'm also going to be part of other committees that are going to be coming up. So when you say we are in October and it's in May, I'm like, ah, so yeah. But there has been some updates as far as things that have been added to the Congress. One of them is that you probably are going to like is that they're going to have pickleball at
Yes,
the
yes,
Congress. Yes,
nice.
they're gonna have besides the ping pong there or table tennis, they're going to have a dedicated space for pickleball. So that's something that it was not in the previous conversations before. So now it's gonna be there. And registration it's open right now. It's still in the early bird price. So if you haven't registered yet or you haven't booked your hotel, it's a good time to do it from now until January 15th. And the prices will be the early bird price, and then it will go up a little bit depending on what where is your category. Parkinson's patients, care partners, and students to have one rate, and then it keeps going up depending on where you at. So take advantage of that. One of the things they're also doing is that when you register for the Congress, you are also able to book your hotel, so you don't have to do that separate. And they have 4 hotels that they have assigned for us, so, blocked rooms and everything. So those are going to go fast. So,
Mm,
if you're planning to register and book your hotel, you can do that. One of the things that we encourage is not to like fall for any scams. Make sure that you don't, and then that you book through the WPC website, don't call the hotel or anything like that, because we have special rates for the people that is coming to the Congress. So
mm.
that's one thing. Another one is that the abstract application is still open. So if you have a project that you're working on, you're a researcher, or somebody in the community that has been working with people with Parkinson's, and it's wants to submit an abstract, that is still open. It's going to be open until October 16th. So there's a lot of categories over there, from research to clinical science, and then living with Parkinson's. If you go to the website, there's a lot of information that you can get from there. Another one is that they added a new thing that it's called in the creativity program. They have the red thread theory. They also have the dance program, the short film competition. That used to be the video competition. They have the film room, the song competition. They have a book nook and some other projects, but they added a new one that is called Call for Art, and that is going to be in partnership with the. Why did I tell you that was the name?
The quiver.
Yes, the Quiver. It's a Texas-based organization. They're asking for They're going to select 50 art pieces. They're going to be at the WPC. They're going to be exhibit over there, and they're going to have an auction. And 10% of the proceeds will go to the WPC, and 90% of what the cost is going to go to the artist. So if you
Wow.
want to get more information on how to submit your art, what specifics on size, and all those things, you can go to the WPC website, go under the program, and then go to the creativity program, and then you're going to be able to see the tab where it says, call for art. Um, there's there's a lot of things going on, I know.
Yeah,
So,
that's great stuff. I don't know if I told you this, but I'm actually involved with an abstract myself that's being submitted. So I'm totally excited. I'm on board, but I won't say anything about it because I haven't had permission to share anything about it. But yes, I've been added to a team for an abstract, and I'm really, really excited about that. So
yeah, and it's a great opportunity for, like I said, young researchers, and they're working on new therapies or new devices or things like that. For example, myself, I also gonna submit one well, eventually. Like, I have until October 16th.
yeah, yeah.
But mine, it's with art.
Hmm.
We here at the Muhammad Ali Parkinson Center, I have an art project, or an art. I have a painting workshop that we do, like, a couple of times of the year. that you still haven't been part of it, but
No, I haven't.
eventually I think you will.
I will.
And I like to do it with that. Like how can people express and not just to do it, and I open it for everybody, that it's everywhere in the world. It's gonna be really cool. I have my idea and everything, so I just have to submit it. But yes, so it's a great opportunity to do that. And then
Absolutely.
seeing your poster there is actually really cool. And
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be part of another poster, but I don't know. So.
Well, that's wonderful. And Ruby, yes, I have not made your class yet. It conflicts with the certain work schedule I have, but I will say this, Ruby, you are a talented painter, and I love your paintings and the artwork you do. Um, but I'll also say, since my Parkinson's diagnosis, I've actually gained a big interest in painting and in artwork, and it is now a very relaxing outlet for me, and I really, really enjoy it. So that is truly wonderful. And frankly, I have no talent, and I've never been an artistic person, but getting a getting a canvas out and putting some paper, some paint on the canvas is very therapeutic, especially when I put my Bob Ross wig on and I start talking about happy little clouds and happy little bushes over here. But that's a whole different story.
It's and it's really, what you say, it's really true because my mom, and for the people that don't know or maybe didn't listen to the previous podcast, I don't know why, because it was the first episode, but
I know, come
no,
on.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Um, my connection to Parkinson's is my mom has Parkinson's.
Hmm.
She was diagnosed 18 years ago. And when we started coming to the center and we started doing the expressive arts program and the painting workshop, I didn't know my mom could paint, and now like she loves it, and it was like something like new for her. And then I kind of like enjoyed it too, and I kind of got the thing about trying to do it. So yeah, it's weird, and it's amazing how they, when I do the class here, just seeing them just put the color in the canvas and everything, it's amazing
Yeah.
what they create actually. Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, so you and I will both have abstracts there, which is awesome. Mine
Hmm.
actually does have to do with some research, and or a study, and I'm just so thrilled. Just and like you said, there seems to be like a whole bunch of stuff just bubbling up to the surface. And time is going to pass really, really fast.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, another thing that is happening, I don't know if you know, but there is some people there's paddling to Phoenix. They're coming on a bike.
Yes.
They're coming from like different places of the United States, even from like I think out of the country, and they're gonna get here on that Friday before, and we're gonna do a little party for them. We're gonna close the street, the canyon over there downtown, and we're gonna have maybe some live music, and I don't know, but it's going to be a great couple of hours for them to enjoy or getting here to the Congress. And it's just that's another thing that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's gonna be amazing. We're not gonna do it for too long because people not used to the heat in Arizona, so we're gonna
Yeah.
do it early in the morning, a couple hours, and then everybody's gonna have time to go and enjoy the rest of the day and here in Arizona. So that's great.
I remember they did that in Barcelona. They came in
Hmm.
from Italy and from France, and which was so amazing.
Yeah.
And to your point, Arizona actually is big on the outdoor activities, biking, hiking, when the weather's not like the surface of the sun. It's a very outdoor friendly state. So people that are pedaling in, it makes so much sense for Arizona. It really does.
Yeah.
But we do have to be conscientious of the temperatures. So
Talking about states and talking about Arizona, one thing that we noticed, on the last local organizing committee meeting is there's some states that, they're not represented yet.
what
So
what states
uh,
would those be?
New Mexico
Hmm.
and Utah, and I think a couple of Nevada. So like, our neighbors are not getting registered yet. So, if you're part of those states, go on the website, look at all the information. If you're part of an organization, If you want more information, you can reach out to me and we can definitely give you, send you the information that we have, or, if you have a support group or anything like that, that, I can go and talk about the Congress. I will be happy to do that. Mark has my information. So yeah, our neighbor states, it's not gonna take you too long to get here. Just drive and, so just
Yeah,
you need to
that
represent.
absolutely. And to your point, Ruby, I will have the WPC or the World Parkinson's Congress website link on the show notes, as well as your email address, like we did before. So your information will be there. So good stuff.
That's good. That's
Awesome.
good.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, that is a lot of stuff. And I don't know what's up with the land of enchantment. I love New Mexico. I lived there for a few years, and I love that state. But come on, guys, you guys got to get on board with this. So yeah, we got to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Anything else to share from the
Well,
perspective?
well, you and I are gonna be doing some stuff together for the WPC, right?
Well, I was
Why
going to
don't you
share that.
tell them?
Well, okay. Well, I wanted you to share your items first, but yeah. So I am so thrilled about this. When I attended the WPC in Barcelona, Spain, there was conversation about the Make Barcelona Ready program, which is basically where the World Parkinson's Congress, when they come into a host city, part of the agreement to host the WPC or the World Parkinson's Congress is an agreement to this program. And this program is such a wonderful, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Such a wonderful program because um, it's designed and taught by the World Parkinson's Congress, and it is unlike any other that I even know of. But it's to educate and bring up to speed key points of contact for the WPC. So in other words, people that are going to be impacting or touching on our guests at the World Parkinson's Congress, like the convention staff or the wait staff, the hotel staff, people like that, Chamber of Commerce, and just people that will be around all the people with Parkinson's, but also including like first responders, firefighters, police officers, EMT, to make them aware of Parkinson's symptoms, just some things to be aware of as far as Parkinson's health issues, and where some people with Parkinson's may need some accommodation or some help. And it's such a wonderful program because when the World Parkinson's Congress is done and over, and everybody moves on to the next one, they leave behind a city that is much more educated on Parkinson's symptoms and how to handle people with Parkinson's, which I think is a fantastic, fantastic thing. So in Barcelona, I was so thrilled to hear that, and I have the honor of I was invited by Eli to be one of the instructors in that program this year, and with that, I'm going to be part of the steering committee. And so, Ruby, you and I are on the steering committee together to get this whole program going, and I just can't wait for that. And what is really, really cool too is that the WPC always has two instructors for this program, somebody with Parkinson's and a physical therapist.
Yes.
I'm the person with Parkinson's. The physical therapist is somebody that I've worked with in this Parkinson's Foundation Southwest chapter, Jamie Nesbitt, who is fantastic. And I'm so excited because from an instructor standpoint, I know the other person. We've worked together. She's great. She's got well, she's great. And then to get together with the steering committee and start putting some plans and thoughts together. So, guys, I'm so excited for the opportunity. Eli, thank you so much for the opportunity. And Ruby, I'll be thrilled to be working with you. And that's coming up very, very quick because I think we're going to get started on some instruction very quick as soon as we get some steering committee conversation going. But for those that want to learn more about this program, the World Parkinson's Congress will have more information on this very soon on their website. So be looking for that because you'll read that and you'll be like, "Oh, this is great. This is amazing." The World Parkinson's Congress gets such credit. It truly is an amazing program, and I'm just so thrilled to be a part of that. So that's awesome stuff.
Yeah. And the hopes is that once the WPC is over, that we can get, because right now what we're going to do is we're going to train the people that is closest to the convention center, police and Phoenix police and maybe people from the, airport staff and things like that. But, once the Congress is over, it will be great if we can move to other cities here in the Phoenix area, metropolitan area, like
Right.
Mesa, Tempe, Peoria, Surprise, Glendale, like all those cities say, this is something that we did for the Congress. We don't want to leave it just there. We want to take it to other cities. So you're gonna have the training already, so I'm probably gonna be bugging you for it. Like, okay, let's go here, let's go there now.
To that point, I actually am working with somebody to expand that into one of the cities here in Arizona, but I don't want to give away more details because again, I don't know that if I have the permission yet. But yes, we're that is. Oops, I just kicked the camera. That is such an exciting thing that this can expand into other cities in Arizona post WPC, and even before that, we actually might get some progress even before that with some avenues. So great stuff. I'm just so
Yeah.
excited about it.
Yeah. And there's a couple like right now also another thing that they're doing with the red thread theory, tongue twister for me. If you go to the website and look at what that is, it means that everybody's connected, and things like that. If you submit your picture holding a red thread like from one end to the other end of the camera, if you submit it to the WPC website, you are able to enter into the raffle that they do like at the end of the month. You can win like a gift card for something here in Arizona in Phoenix, like a dinner or some a parkie or a t-shirt or a hat. But we also are able to sometimes they'll do like a free registration. So if you want to do that, there's been some really cool pictures that have been submitted, so that's actually pretty cool. So yeah, that's another thing. And even if you're not going to come to the Congress, you can always submit your picture and see,
Yeah.
how we're all connected.
Yeah. So even if you're not coming, you can still be part of that. That's great.
Hmm.
And you mentioned one of my favorite things about the World Parkinson's Congress, Parky the Raccoon. So, guys, Parky the Raccoon is available now in the WPC store. If you go to the website and find the store, you can order yourself a World Parkinson's Congress Parky the Raccoon. And his sweatshirt changes every single one. So I have the Barcelona one. I just ordered my Phoenix one, so it's going to be here soon. But again, you don't have to be coming to the World Parkinson's Congress to get a Parky. You can get a Parky, but guys, some of the fun of this is doing a where in the world is Parky the Raccoon. So as people are flying in from all around the world to attend this, they're going to bring their Parkies with them, and we use that hashtag. And guys, it's a lot of fun. And I had a lot of fun traveling with Parky last year from Phoenix to Spain, and just a great time. And at the World Parkinson's Congress, Parky will make an appearance, and guys, here's the secret. Ruby has some pull. Ruby, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Ruby knows some people. And guys, I had the honor of having photos taken with Parky last, and I
You
just
know
love it.
what?
So
I'm gonna next time you invite me to do a little update, I'm gonna invite him and be like, "Hey, can you join us?"
no
I'm pretty
way.
sure I'm pretty sure he'll say yes. Yeah,
Okay. You,
yeah,
like I said, you have pull. You've got the juice. You can make it happen. So that's
yeah.
great stuff. Well, thank you, Ruby. I appreciate that. But yes, I am totally thrilled about the Parky being sent. So there we
Yeah.
go.
And I also got that comment that you said in the beginning that my sister actually told me. It's like, yeah, you talked about the Congress, but you never said what it was. And I think because, like, this is gonna be my fourth Congress, and I know
Yeah.
what it is and all that stuff. Maybe we got too carried away and
Yeah.
not give a lot of context on it. So I'm glad that you gave all the information and things like that. But you know, for me, it's been, like I said, this is gonna be my fourth one, and it's been, I think, it's been one of the greatest experiences of my life. I
Yeah.
still friends with some of the people that I met in Japan, in Portland, and in Barcelona. I can see what other people is doing, to help their community, and it's great. We are not the only ones that are doing great things. There's some other countries that are adapting some of the programs that we're doing here, or they're creating new things, and seeing that there were all and when you get there, it's kind of like entering to the no judgment zone, like they say, no.
Right.
It is just a way to connect with other people. They are maybe having like the same day that you're having, could be a good one, could be a bad one, but then also listening to some of the, you know people that is trying to cure Parkinson's. It's like,
Right.
I listened to one of your podcasts the other day and you say, you are waiting for your cure date. I don't know if it's going to come for my mom, but I am hoping for that
Yeah,
too. Really
absolutely.
hoping for that too. So.
Absolutely.
This week's edition of Mark My Words.
Guys, today's Mark My Words are simply this. If you can make it to the WPC, the World Parkinson's Congress, go. I mean, it was opened by Sir Paul McCartney in Barcelona. Paul McCartney opened it in Barcelona. You will not lose out. You will definitely benefit if you go. And if you live in the contiguous United States, this will be the last time it'll be here for a number of years. So you might as well try and make it. And trust me, you will not regret it. It will change your life, and the friendships you make will last a lifetime. Go enjoy the what you learn, and enjoy the people that you discover along the way.
You, Ruby, because yeah, it really is. It truly was life changing for me. This will be my second. But one of the wonderful things too is with the Parkinson's community online on TikTok, Instagram, and all this stuff, right? There's a very supportive community out there, but a lot of those people you only know online, and that was one of the cool things, was getting to know people like that in person, to meet these people in person. Not the fake Amber. I met her. She lives in El Paso, which is not very far away from Phoenix, about 5 hours, right? But I got to meet her in person. It was like so awesome, right? So that's another cool thing. People that you've seen in documentaries or seen online, you get to meet them in person, and it's such a great group of people. So good
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
So
I was like one of those fans sometimes, that I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that I'm meeting you in person.
yeah,
So yeah,
exactly.
it's and for example, all of my congresses that I've been at, I've been a volunteer. And
Right.
and I like that, it's not just for the Congress. I've been volunteering for a lot of things with my kids at school and things like that. So that's something that I like to do. And the part of the being the volunteer for the WPC, it's a great experience. So for those that are listening and they registered to be a volunteer, remember you have to register for the Congress. You should have received your code already. So
Yeah.
uh so yeah, it's also one of, it's a really great experience to be able to share with some other people that, you know, they like, I don't have Parkinson's, but I will, continue doing this work until I cannot do it anymore. So,
Okay. So we're running out of time.
mhm.
We're gonna do the get to the chopper and talk about what is the one thing you want people to take away from today's episode.
Get to the chopper!
The WPC, it's a space where you're going to enjoy the time with other people, but you also are going to be part of an event that it's going to change your life.
Yeah.
It's going to change the way that you see other people with Parkinson's, maybe if you don't have Parkinson's. And it's going to change the way that maybe you see some of the bright minds are trying to cure Parkinson's. There are also people like you and me. They're just, trying to do their best for their
Right.
community. And, just come and enjoy our state. Arizona, it's a great state. We're going to be here waiting for you guys and give you the best of what the Arizona and Phoenix, Arizona has to offer for everybody. So, yeah,
Awesome.
that.
My takeaway would be similar. When I volunteered in Barcelona, we were doing something very mundane, like taking suitcases out, getting them ready for the people to come out and get. And one of the people working with us was a researcher from the Netherlands or somewhere there in Europe, and we said, what's it like here? How's this different from other conferences? She said, I'm a researcher. Every conference I go to has doctors, researchers, and pharma companies, stuff like that. We never have the people with Parkinson's there. And she got teary-eyed, and she actually had to walk away because it was so impactful to have people with Parkinson's, the very people she's doing research for, there, and rubbing elbows. So Ruby, to your point, it can be a life-changing experience, truly phenomenal. If you can be there, I encourage you to be there. So great stuff. Well, Ruby, we have filled up at time, and I love this. So thank you so much for being on, giving us updates. You'll be on again, I know, soon. Ruby, you are fantastic, and thank you so much. And for all of my listeners, there we go. There's Parky. For all the listeners, thank you guys for watching. Check it out, guys. The WPC website, and things will be in the show notes. And until next time, guys, keep exploring because life is a journey, and it's not just about the destination; it's about the journey. So keep exploring, and let's have some fun out there. Thanks, Ruby, and thanks for listening,
Bye.
everybody. Take care. Thanks for joining me on this edition of Mark in the Park, the podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and leave a review. Your support helps more people discover the show. For show notes, updates, and future episodes, or to connect, head over to markinthepark21.com. Got a guest idea or a topic suggestion? Drop me a line at markintheparkpodcast@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. And to all my listeners, this is Mark Milow reminding you, life is as much about the journey as the destination. So enjoy the sights and sounds along the way. Thanks for listening, and until next time, keep exploring.